How do we know when the market's ready for a pullback? Well, that can be kind of interesting. This is a chart of the SPY here. As you can see, we've run up and we're starting our pullback. We broke some pretty key levels here on this nice run up. But inevitably, we have to pull back to the mean, right? The markets will go up or down, and they'll always revert back to the mean. And so how can we figure out that this is our top end and that a pullback to the mean is most likely going to happen in the next few days? Well, I've got a way to show you. If you go in and you put in the Keltner channels on your chart and set them to a 3 ATR, we can figure out when we are going to pull back roughly within a few days. So this is the SPY daily chart. And if we come in here, these are the three ATRs. ATR stands for average true range. This is the upper band, this is the lower band, and then we have the center band here, which is the mean. And every time the indexes, whether this is the SPY or the QQQ, get to around 3 ATR, they are too extended and will inevitably have a pullback to the mean or slightly further. And so being able to turn this onto your charts, this is a daily chart. This doesn't hold true for all time frames. But as you can see here, in the last week, we were pushing above the 3 ATR. All right, so let's get rid of this line here. We're pushing above 3 ATR on the SPY. We're also doing the same on the Qs. On the Qs, we were actually up around 4 ATR, which is just unheard of, which means the market is going to revert itself at least back to the mean, if not further. We generally don't get outside these 3 to 4 ATR marks. So, for instance, you can see spots where we have had to come into 3 to 4 ATR and then we have our pullback, right? You can see that here, 3 ATR, we have our pullback. You can see here we were bumping up against it. Here we were bumping up against it and pulled back. Here in November of 2021, we touched it and pulled back. We ran up again and then pulled back, right? Here we touched it, we pulled back. These are all spots where we can see even to the downside, right? This is a complete reversal move to the mean, down to 3 ATR below and back up. 3 ATR below and back up. You see, we stay within this range generally. So sometimes we creep up into 4. You can see that here. This was August of 2020, right? We get above that 3 ATR and we hang on, but we get to the 3 ATR or above and we're up above 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. Putting a little hammer candle there, and then we revert. So if you're playing options here on this 3 ATR touch, you only had to wait 8 days, and you probably took a little heat there because it was still going up. But then you get your reversal up near 3 ATR reversal. So this is very common, and you can see this happen in the indices, the SPY, the IWM, the Qs. And it's a good indication that we are due for a pullback. And as you can see, we went up above the 3 ATR and now we are beginning a pullback. I don't know how far it's going to go, but we are beginning a pullback. And if we jump out to our 30-minute chart here and we turn these off, we are coming into, it looks to me like we might be putting in a little Head and Shoulders here, right? So this could be the beginning, and then here's your neckline of a rollover, of a further rollover that you can predict based on the 3 ATR lines. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll try to get to them as quickly as I can.